Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Dak going to start out going to the air. Dancing to his left. And incomplete to open things up. This defense for the Vikings, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially under
pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring it down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. That'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense coming out for the first time, and in his 5th season leading this crew, coming off his 3rd career Pro Bowl nod, Kirk Cousins. They start the drive with Cook. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 16 carries, 87 yards.
And those numbers have both he and his blockers motivated this week. They saw that yardage total climbing, but stopped short of 100. Every one of them has to be driven this week to help him reach the century mark.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw taken in by Hockenson here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The Vikings at 5-4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They get the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Play fake, Cousins. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense. That's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Cousins throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A good pickup there at 22. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys.
And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seeds.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Firing the touchdown offense, but getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott.
They'll get this out right here to Elliott.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And they'll use field, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The numbers for Zeke from last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 18. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can
touchdown, Cowboys! Randall Cobb with career touchdown number 60. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. With a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense. And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. One of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call outwarding arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big gain or 2 in succession as this one goes for 32. So the big play gets him all the way down the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and...
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. An out route there for the score. A quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands. Knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Again, it's Elliott. A little juke.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
third down. Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play.
We're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Give him 30 yards there. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now Elliott. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only about the 4. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over instead.
And this time he is in. Ezekiel Elliott. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Now, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention that they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins now. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Cousins' throw complete to Thielen. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
And he will have the Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Here's Madison running on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Cousins to throw it. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. On 2nd down, Cook. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Cousins. Complete, Jeff. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to go to the positive side this time. Yeah, there was a fumble at the end of this one, but what a sustained drive. And if they keep stringing those together, you got to like their chances.
And credit the defense, though. You're out there for that long, you start to get tired, but they were able to get the turnover.
Did you just credit the defense?
I like to credit the defense and the offense.
I like you.
And the analysts.
That's perfect.
To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott caught by Cobb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That one complete to Elliott. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. First down, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. So we've reached past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here are the Vikings to take over. They were winners a week ago against Buffalo, and they lead here with a 1st and 10. Starting the 3rd quarter with Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 47 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
He gets us to the other side of the field across the 35 before going out. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Flush to his right. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And indeed, the flag is out. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Throwing is Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! It's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have... So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Prescott now, option right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott. He'll get this to Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So that play will set him back 11 yards all told. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now out comes Minnesota. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated Deuce. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode. Really try.
And this is taken in at the 5.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Cook not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And the defense closes quickly there, and he'll get maybe a yard to the 33. But then a modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
With that run, double-check my math, yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the Hall of Fame. And now he's just got to go ahead and be strong and run hard because he's chasing down Larry Zonka.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. First down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first.
Prescott to throw it. And he's going to lose yardage here. As they will switch ends as time is run out on this third. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. It's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the front.
An afternoon to forget, absolutely.
Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that, man.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
No doubt in this passing game, they've been a real machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll try the middle with Cook. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the 27, Cousins. This ball complete to Thielen going across the middle. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able...
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
1st down, a bit of a disaster. And now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Cousins.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. A 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown.
K.J. Osborne,
his first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up the secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. That one a first down pickup of 8. Here's Prescott. Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Now the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And again, it's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. But could have gone for more.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
A first down throw for Prescott. Touchdown! Randall Cobb. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Cowboys get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth-quarter deficit. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. To throw is Prescott. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Prescott now. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Prescott with a throw caught by Lamb. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Prescott. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. The 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Joseph now to have the PAT. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. From the shotgun, it's Prescott, and that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To the air again, Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Prescott now from the 50. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Elliott. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. To throw again on second down. Prescott right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
The coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down. Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one's going to end up incomplete. They to go. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team. Well, we figured that out pretty early, but give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took